documents. They have neither denied the document nor the contents of the document. And in a way, they have accepted that the question leaked. But what they say, this did not reach to other stations. That is what their specific reading. You might not permit me, I can read it again. In their counter, they say, question might have leaked here. It is supposed that it has leaked, but it has not reached to the station because there is a jammer. Because my all soldiers of examination centers, they are working very smoothly. The specific allegations have been put. Law have been breached, and the motto which was prevailing in Patna is also available even at Gaya. लाउडस्पीकर पर बताया जा रहा है कुछ वहाँ लाउडस्पीकर वहाँ 12:30 बजे 4 लड़कियां आती हैं 4:30 12:30 so 4 girls were come. This is the specific allegation. कहते हैं ये लोग की बाथरूम गई थी. Allegation may not ultimately be found to be correct, but there is a substantial material before the commission to hold the inquiry by impartial body and give us opportunity to lead evidence. उधर ये जो सुप्रिटेंडेंट का जो रिपोर्ट भेजा है ये सुप्रिटेंडेंट का जो रिपोर्ट आया है किसी सुप्रिटेंडेंट ने किसी विद्यार्थी जो कंप्लेंट अपना रोल नंबर दिए हुए है उससे बुला के पूछा है कि तुम्हारा कंप्लेंट करेक्ट है कि इनकरेक्ट है तुमने ऐसा लिखा है नो बैठ के टेबल रिपोर्ट वो भी 15 दिन के बाद बना दिया एवरीथिंग है they will write otherwise they will be proceeded. So with that kind of finding and then you take the decision of that there should not be re-examination because the virus has not spread from Patna to other districts appears to be not plausible. So a minimum investigation by a competent person either by CBI or there are 4 IAs I have filed out. I have already pointed out of anybody who states whether give opportunity to lead evidence. You have never given the opportunity to lead evidence and then say we should provide a positive evidence to whom I have put that. I have been given to you and you ask a report from the superintendent of health without reference to those complaints. You do not deny that complaints have not been received. That's not the denial. Orally, my friend was denying, but counter they have not denied. That kind of thing they have said in the counter. So this is one aspect of the matter. The law has been breached. This is at least it is allegation. So Patna is more strict place to violate the law than the other districts. There are a smaller size supervising the examination in districts, subdivisions, etc. Those are private houses, schools, open places. Here, Bapu Sabhagar has been especially designed very well built building. Huge building, specialized building for the purpose of examination. There, people have been barged upon and disturbed the examination. What has happened to the other states? Have you ever examined, except asking a report after filing of the writ application for the superintendent of education, sector superintendent, who are themselves involved? We have pleaded in para 8, we have pleaded in para 9, which clauses of SOP has been violated.
Mr. Lalit Kishore, one of the communications said that, one of the reports said, DM's report, that Bihar School Examination Board officials were there. And the report, the full committee, I mean the commission, the full body of the commission took a decision that some action should be taken against them because they have not done. Any action taken against them?
That I have to
Please.
Look, that is interesting thing.
Please take that information.
My lord,
we have read that report.
Yeah.
My lord,
report says.
Yeah.
My lord will please to see the DM's report. It's partly in our favor. Kindly see what we are arguing is, it is mentioned in the DM report. DM report is an exception. C, rather C. My lord will come to DM's report, it is an HFB to their counter affidavit internal page 53. My lord will see 2 things. The DM report itself said, whatever reason is, that the questions were given late. And this was not open. SOP says question paper will open in front of the students. They will be there and then the question paper will be open. That has not been followed even according to the DM's report. Reason he is giving, but that is contrary to, and then reason for the student being angry was delays in the examination timing. So therefore, it's not that there was anything planned and hatched as was being by outsiders, inclusion of the examinee, they thought about that there should be second examination, etc., etc. Now, the other aspect my lord will kindly consider, the out of 14, my lord, one has appeared in these. Remaining 12, out of them 13, one did not appear at all. 12 have appeared different centers. Out of them, 2 have qualified. Still, they have made a statement. And third one is from Bapu Swargad. Still, they say we continue to campaign our cause for re-examination because there is a malified practice. So therefore, my lord, they cannot assign motive to us. At least we are bona fidely, this issue is being raised by 14. They are bona fidely because out of them, 3 have already qualified, still they are harping on the questions that unfair means. We do not want second examination for the purpose that we are a failure. 3 of us have passed, yet we want second examination because that's the requirement of law. We have made a categorical statement, if my lord will please to see my second supplementary affidavit. We have said so that 3, although qualified, but we are still pursuing our case because of the fairness, because of the equity, and because of the law, that the law should be followed to the entire community. That is the situation. So the motive being assigned to us that the failure kinds of a student, they only raise this kind of issue and filing the lead application, they want the second round of examination. That's not correct. So, all right. So these are the points. और जो पेज 54 में डीएम साहब लिख रहे हैं, ऐसा प्रतीत हो रहा था कि परीक्षार्थियों के विरोध में कुछ असामाजिक तत्व, कहाँ कोई असामाजिक तत्व पाया किए, सब तो परीक्षार्थी पर किए हैं। असामाजिक तत्व परीक्षा सम्मिलित थे और उनसे एक परीक्षा भवन से बाहर मौजूद था, जो कि बाहर से हंगामा करते हुआ कुछ अभ्यर्थियों के अंदराती पर परीक्षा निरस्त होने की घोषणा के दबाव बनाया गया था, लेकिन कोई घोषणा नहीं की गई। जो हमने रीड में लिखा है कि हमारे पास पेन ड्राइव है, उसमें बहुत सारा मटेरियल है, एट द टाइम ऑफ हियरिंग हम प्रोड्यूस करेंगे, उनको भी दे देते हैं, हजूर को भी देख लिया जाएगा। हाँ, उसमें नॉर्मलाइजेशन वगैरह सब का है, जरा देख लिया जाएगा। पेन ड्राइव है, इनको भी दे देते हैं। अब पिटीशन में हम लिबर्टी लिए हुए हैं कि हम देंगे एट द टाइम ऑफ, इनको भी दे दी। I have made a statement in the petition that will file at the time of it.
ये आपकी
ये जरा सा पेज 59
पेन ड्राइव में क्या दिया है आपने? पेन ड्राइव में क्या दिया है? पेन ड्राइव में क्या दिया है?
यही देखिए, बताइए।
Your Lordship, there is a compilation of certain videos.
Videos of what?
Yes, Your Lordship. The first one clarifies the issue of normalization. There was a question that fell from your. There was a press conference, Your Lordship, that was called by the chairman of the commission. In his interview before the examination, much before the examination, he had said that there would be normalization that would be adopted. This query had come from Your Lordship in the first half of the hearing, Your Lordship. That video clarifies that in fact he had said that.
There is a written document that no normalization.
That has come subsequently, Your Lordship, but the query that had been raised by Your Lordship was why was a protest raised at all before the examination
That was before
itself?
the exam.
So that clarifies.
Yeah,
That clarifies. The other pertains to an interview of a student right after the examination from the Bapu Center, Your Lordship, in which she has specifically stated that for her and in fact all the students in the examination hall, the commencement of the examination, but that also that there was a shortage of papers. So that has been given in the interview, Your Lordship. Obviously, during the exam.
That video we can see. कहाँ शूट किया हुआ है, कैसे किया हुआ है.
Interviews.
एक बार देख लिया जाए, कॉन्फिडेंस होगा तो देख लिया जाएगा.
वो तो we can make use of that.
पेज 59 पर एक
We
पैराग्राफ
can make use of
इनका जो डिसीजन हुआ है पेज 59 पर इनका डिसीजन जो हुआ है कि केवल बापू परीक्षा में ही लिया जाएगा, बाकी जगह नहीं लिया जाएगा. वो जो प्रोसीडिंग हुई है उसका एक पार्ट देखिए पेज 59 रोमन 4. हंगामा होने के बावजूद बापू परीक्षा परिषद के ब्लॉक ए और ब्लॉक बी में करीब 5300 विद्यार्थी परीक्षा OMR ऊपर पुस्तिका लौटा सके, लेकिन बहुत सारे विद्यार्थी विद्रोही तत्वों को रोकने के कारण तथा प्रश्न पत्र विलंब से मिलते नहीं के कारण परीक्षा में भाग नहीं ले पाए. साथ ही विभिन्न न्यूज चैनलों पर चलाए जा रहे वीडियो क्लिपों से यह स्पष्ट होता है कि कुछ विद्यार्थी द्वारा एक दूसरे की मदद करते हुए प्रश्नों का हल किया जा रहा था, जिससे परीक्षा सूची प्रभावित हुआ. तब वीडियो पर जब एक रूम से दूसरे रूम में जा सकता है तो वीडियो से छपरा नहीं जा सकता है, वो वीडियो से कलकत्ता नहीं जा सकता, कहीं जा सकता है. तो दे हैव एडमिटेड दैट द आंसर्स वर बीइंग सेंट ऑन वीडियो फ्रॉम बापू सभागार. दिस दे हैव एडमिटेड. That answer was confined only to Bapu Sabhagar. How can they decide it? They said एक दूसरे मदद करते हुए कुछ प्रश्नों का हल किया जा रहा था, जिससे परीक्षा की सूचिता प्रभावित होती है. जब internally it was done, where your jammer was working, my lord will please to see. They say jammer, ऑल इंडिया बेसिस का कौन सा जैमर लाए हैं, तो वहां पर जब जैमर लगा हुआ है और वहां पर जैमर में इंटरनली ऑपरेट हो रहा है, दिस इज द फाइंडिंग ऑफ द कमिटी. देन दे ought to have extended this finding for the whole of Bihar.
रिपोर्ट में ये नहीं है, रिपोर्ट में
No, this is the finding.
चैनल पर ऐसा दिखाया जा रहा.
This is the finding. No. This is the finding at page 50. This is which have constituted a committee. They have given a finding that why they are confining the re-examination only to Bapu and not to others. This is the reason and this is the finding by them. Now, हंगामा होने के बावजूद काइंडली किसी भी फाइंडिंग किसी उपयुक्त कक्षक जिला पर्यवेक्षण आयोग के कई समीक्षा के निम्नलिखित स्थिति उभरती है. अब इस स्थिति पर फाइंडिंग ये दे रहे हैं, कह रहे हैं कि यूट्यूब पर और परीक्षकों द्वारा प्रश्न हल किया जा रहा था, जिससे परीक्षा शुचिता प्रभावित हुई. प्यूरिटी ऑफ एग्जामिनेशन हैज बीन अफेक्टेड. So it cannot be confined to Bapu Sabhagar. It travels beyond. So far, my friend, that aspect, my friend is right. He applied, then the questions remains. My lord will plead to see. Again, I'm formulating my question. Just reflecting within 1 minute. That there are sufficient material on their own reading. That this was a case of at least not an impartial inquiry, whether the virus has spread to other part of the Bihar of a state where situation is almost not similar. Patna is a better place than the other. So an inquiry investigation was required to be done. And without doing that, Lord, they have, on this finding, they have the.
All right, yes, Mr. Srivastava.
जो हमने डिटेल रॉन्ग क्वेश्चन का हमने आइए नंबर
वो सब नहीं, अभी जो किया है उसको कल तक दे दीजिए।
हाँ
कल तक दे दीजिए फ्रेश।
क्वेश्चन के बारे में
सब चीज के बारे में आप अपनी आर्ग्यूमेंट जो फॉर्मुलेट कर रहे हैं।
Very briefly, my lord, majority of the points that we had raised, primarily with respect to the sanctity of the examination, my lord, I am afraid I'm making the submission, but I have reasons to believe, my lord, that those things have not really been adequately addressed to by the commission. We have raised this specifically that preliminary tests could not be conducted on 2 different dates for different sets of examination, as that compromises the uniform standard as required to be followed. On that issue, my lord, I see that there was no effective reply that has been given. As regards the remaining points, my lord, we had relied on this Tanvi Sarwal judgment, my lord, so we had demonstrated as to what is the test to examine that. At no point in time, my lord, we have said that whatever we are submitting, whatever we submit, my lord, with respect to the correctness of the questions, that should be accepted as it is, my lord. At the same time, we also submit, my lord, that the rebuttal or the reply that has been given by the commission with respect to the correctness of the questions should be rejected right away.
No, they can't. That they can't. Otherwise, it will not be amenable ever to the constitutional scrutiny.
My lord, so this is
cannot be.
So
Cannot be, but
our attempt,
restraint has to be observed.
of course, it cannot be done in a casual manner.
And
But
cannot be any.
if there is a scope for a doubt, where the court, my lord, the honorable courts are convinced.
It has to be more than that. Only then. And ultimate reliance has to be placed on the experts.
My lord, now we have demonstrated before this honorable court as to how the report submitted by one set of experts at the level of the state, my lord, was accepted by the honorable high court there, where the honorable Supreme Court, after having examined the report submitted by the experts, which were sought to be assailed by the honorable apex court, my lord, the court agreed that yes, there is some scope for further scrutiny by another set of experts. And those another set of experts, my lord, they came out with a report, and there, my lord, the honorable court was pleased to ignore the earlier.
You saw that judgment, no?
We just showed that judgment.
The one in BLJ, this court had, one single judge had passed a judgment that now, because of these disputes and the authentic texts suggesting that, it should go to the experts again. Different set of experts.
But the division bench, my lord, had not agreed.
That did not find favor with the division.
My lord.
You've said,
I've seen that, my lord. But that is not conclusive, my lord, because there are judgments on the facts of the case. Precedents are not to be read in a vacuum.
But then, to what extent? Suppose.
To the extent, my lord, to the
other expert body also would say something.
It is not about expert body, my lord. The doubts that we have been able, my lord, whatever we are seeking to demonstrate.
If they give a blank, decision that this is the answer. All right. But if they give some reason, whether the correctness of reason can be gone into.
My lord, correctness of the reason cannot be gone into.
So therefore,
it is the correctness of the answer
we have some hesitation. Though, personally speaking, I may not, if it can be verified by text, not necessary that, at one point you say the courts are the experts of all experts, and you say that you don't enter into that.
We have brought ourselves to a level where, my lord, the courts themselves declare that we are no experts.
Now that's the reason.
And my lord,
something else. But we have to follow what the judgment says.
Other judgments also say, my lord, something which is to the contrary. So there is not. It is the attending facts.
Not in so many words, but they say that you rely ultimately on the opinion of the experts and not on your reading of the text.
In this case, my lord, there is no opinion of experts, my lord.
There is.
What they say is that on the basis of the objections, this is the manner in which the objections were dealt with.
No. The experts have signed the answer.
With
the reason. I think you have not seen that.
The affidavit, my lord, that was given to us, my lord.
Only. Therefore, you have not seen that. We have seen that.
However, my lord, I may be permitted, my lord, to make the submission.
Now, all those questions which you have pointed out to us, we really wanted to test that.
my lord.
Whereas if somebody is excluded, like Runa was there, she
Madam.
says that she could miss it. She missed it only by 0.67.
It has a cascading effect, my lord.
I mean,
It has an effect
therefore,
that can.
Therefore, we could not have shut our eyes to that question. But again, that question we found that the answers could be different. Therefore, one has to rely on the expert's opinion.
My lord, yes. But if there is one question, if there is only one question, my lord, that will have a cascading effect over this entire result, and lot many
Cascading
students.
effect, everything has. I mean, if not for the entire examination for that person, but how it has to be done, that explained. We quite see that. I mean, that's. But like what you said, the question that you flagged.
Bauxite, that iron ore,
Bauxite.
my lord, yes.
They say that it is some very strong reasoning was given.
Strong reason is good enough, my lord. We have the textbook.
Again, you have said that text.
My lord, that reason, my lord, is not tenable. With due respect, my lord, it is patently incorrect.
Even that opium or tea or opium or
my lord, of course. And then there is a doubt about it. What was the chief? As my lord is emphasizing on the expression chief, there was no chief, my lord, so to say. Because they say that after this, opium was not the only thing. It was silk and tea also. Now the expression that has been used there, it is for subjective understanding of things. Firstly, my lord, my most respectful submission will be that such questions should not be asked in an objective examination.
You're absolutely right.
It is disqualified to be a question in an objective examination.
You're absolutely right. And then when did Britishers shifted, this also should not have been there.
My lord, this expert opinion cannot be interfered with, my lord.
That is not, you're speaking against law.
I am speaking on the basis of the judgment of the Supreme Court, my lord. My lord, yes. My lord, the High Court in that judgment, my lord, in that case, while relying upon the report of the experts, declined to interfere. The matter reached the Supreme Court. Supreme Court interfered because it directed for another expert. It found some force in the arguments as were advanced. If my lord is of the opinion there is no force in our arguments, my lord, out we don't really have an option. But if we are able, my lord, in any manner, even remotely, able to create that doubt in the mind of this honorable court, my lord, these rights flow from Article 16(1). My lord, everything happened. Part 3 was not touched.
Why do you think that the case is given traction?
Of course, my
because
lord.
of 14 and 16.
Sometimes, my lord, we just speak the obvious also. And as my lord had observed, something was vitiated. So we all got affected by that. More than anything else, my lord, we were affected by the feeling that, I don't know, the extent to which my lords are affected. So those things also weigh in our minds while we are making our submissions, my lord. But these are not some light. One thing is certain, my lord, which is not denied by them, which we have made, the statements made in our affidavits. There was some kind of a mismanagement. Let's not call it corruption.
They say only at Bapu Sabhaga.
It is their report that says only Bapu. They are, my lord, certifying their own action. King John of England, my lord. 1215, it was decided you won't do it. A third party will do it, my lord. They are certifying themselves to be the best. And then a statement is made that we cannot reconduct it again. Why? There was some special circumstance existing during that time that you could conduct that test of 4 lakh students at only once, and now you will not be in a position to do it again when the doubts and the disputes are for such a nature that they go to the root of the matter, my lord, and vitiate the entire sanctity of the process of selection. The words that have been used in the orders of the Honorable Supreme Court, my lord, are sanctity,
Purity,
sanctity, Article 16. My lord, this was declared, it could not have been suspended even during emergency. These are the rights, my lord, that cannot be touched.
It should not, but it was.
Article 21, my lord, was tinkered with, not Article 16.
ADM Jabalpur was read.
Article 21. Article 21 and 22 were involved in that, my lord. Article 16 one was not there. I make the statement with a sense of response. Article 16 even then was not touched, my lord. I may be
no specific instance of Article 16, but they said that even 21 can be suspended. That was ADM Jabalpur. So therefore that includes Article 16 also. We are not on that.
Not at all, my lord. But this is just to emphasize on this issue. It has not been denied. They have conducted 2 tests. It is a matter of record which has been admitted. As regards, my lord, the video recording which was being sought to be shown. My lord, of course, this cannot be allowed. The press conferences and the rest of the things. But the statements which are made in the writ applications, my lord, to the effect that on the day of the preliminary examination on 13/12/2024, due to mismanagement of the commission, the exam could not be conducted successfully and especially in the examination hall of the petitioner of one of the cases here, my lord. No question paper was served. After some time, a complete scenario of ruckus and mismanagement cropped up, and students claimed that the question paper.
Mr. Srivastava, this is for 13/12.
13/12, my lord.
So therefore, I mean, if they are.
No, it is about leakage, my lord. We are missing out on the point. Leakage, sir. Babu sir, answer. My lord, the question was leaked. This is the question. We have already consumed quite a lot of my lord's time, but there is this small, my lord, if I may be permitted, my lord, just to bring home a very simple point.
Look, now any argument, even if it is the kind of argument that we have suffered, I mean, any argument would appear very sonorous to us. You're making sense.
अब खत्म किया जाए हुजूर.
हजूर ये परीक्षा खत्म कर दिया जाए, हम लोग खत्म हो जाएंगे.
All right.
It calls for an interference, my lord. Now, as regards, my lord,
Let's see.
my lord, this one small anecdote from somewhere, my lord.
Yes, please.
This will bring home a very simple point of what is pervasive and the extent to which, my lord, that thing must have infected the sanctity and the healthiness of this examination, my lord. Now, there was this girl who went to the confession and confessed to the priest there that, Father, I have committed a sin. I have spread this rumor about this person. The father said, no problem, child. I have a solution. You go up on the terrace tomorrow, take a pillow, tear it apart, and allow the feathers to flow.
Allow the
Feathers to flow, allow the wind to blow it away. The girl did that. The next day she came again back for that contrition, that confession box. And she said, Father, I did that. The child, now go and collect all those feathers. That is rumor. We cannot bring back each and every feather, my lord. Some of that will always remain somewhere. This leakage, my lord.
You see, the questions of BPSC was something like this.
It is. And my lord, that is why they cannot bring it back.
At least 5 seconds for me to come to it.
But my lord, this, I believe, as in this applies to this case. This leakage, this mismanagement by a constitutional body and the importance that has been.
Not quite a professional way of putting it.
Not at all. My lord, now they say that we cannot do it again. Results are published. My lord, we came to this court much before the results were published.
All right.
And my lord, as regards one of the things that justice should not only be done, but should also be seen to be done, my lord. My reply is justice has not been done. Let's forget about should also be seen to be done or will apply or not apply in the case of the commission. We have been unjustly treated, my lord.
All right. Arguments heard. Judgment is served. Now give your appearance slips. And whatever you have to file, whatever I have said, Mr. Giri, you, Mr. Abhinav.
Lord, 1 or 2 case law.
आपके आप तो बंद हो गया argument.
One argument नहीं करो, बातचीत कर लो. एक दो और क्वेश्चन.
Case law.
हाँ, वो दीजिए ना. सुनो. एक और संजय, चलिए.
There is no scope for next division bench.
Huh?
There is no scope for next.
No, we have to say, see, it is this, I mean, we have done this to the exclusion of so many people. This is a special bench after this. I'll come back again with another of my brothers. Unnecessary.
My lords work so hard. And look at the conduct of the commission.
We are deeply obliged.
My lord, yes. We are extremely obliged, my lord, for this indulgence and the latitude which was granted. Though it was abused by some, my lord, but still.
It doesn't matter. We are used to it.
My lords cannot.
At times.
Not by Patna Bar.
No. Not at all.
Deeply obliged.
Please.
ठीक है, मेरा लिखा हुआ है इसमें। हाँ, तो सर तो पूछे ना, ऑनरेबल कोर्ट तो पूछे, रूल हाई कोर्ट रूल्स है।
डिवीजन बेंच बनेगा ना। अच्छा, आलोक पांडे सर के साथ।
ट्वेंटी वन सी रूल 3 में दिया हुआ था सर, इसलिए दिए थे।
टाइड अप नहीं ना रखिए यार, नहीं होगा ना।